Good evening and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Business. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, and on Amazon Fire TV, and now on KGNG Phil-Am TV, channel 26.8 Las Vegas as well. Listen, of course, you can always listen to us on a PHLV app or get our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Any of those, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. And of course, we have a great show again tonight. I cannot believe that we are approaching the end of the year. Happy belated Thanksgiving. So tonight, let's talk about the end of the year real quick. For some businesses, end of the year slows down. For others, such as retail, restaurant, businesses actually increases. And of course, others never change, such as medical. Regardless, here are some tips on what to do at the end of the year. Number one, submit delayed filings or dissolutions if necessary. So if you haven't done your paperwork that you've been meaning to do, make sure to do it now before the end of the year. Let's say you formally dissolved your corporation. Or if you need to do that, do it. Don't just put a close sign on your door. You must dissolve your company on the Secretary of State as well. If not close, you might get assessed taxes or fines. Number two, meet with your accountant or bookkeeper. Make sure all of your financials are in order. Review financial documents. Ask all your questions about deductions or what you can use for credit. Maybe you could still add some more. Strategize. Make final purchases that might be able to help you. This will make you better prepared for the upcoming tax season. Number three, revisit inventory and services offered. Check what products sold. Okay, what services did well. Take stock of your inventory. Make sure you have enough to cover the upcoming holiday season. If you're in retail, maybe determine a better way of handling inventory or scheduling if service-oriented. Prepare to hire. Number four, start looking if you need to hire employees for the holiday season or even permanently. Make sure you know exactly what you're looking for. They're a fit for your culture. What qualities do you want? And then, of course, prepare paperwork. Number five, end-of-year reviews. If you do yearly increases, this is the time to do it. Conduct one-on-ones with all of your employees. Schedule a time to meet with them, part-time and full-time. Give them feedback. Remember, there should be no surprises. They should know exactly how they're doing for you. Number six, determine if your structure is correct or does it need to be changed. What are the tax benefits, protection? Did you start as a sole prop and you grew pretty fast? Is it time to change to an LLC? Number seven, update or review your social media presence. It's always a good thing to take a look at what's going on. If you hire a marketing company, they can even give you reports on the growth of your social media page. And how is it going? How is it growing? What's the best place to hit so that it would keep on growing? They've got those. It's amazing. Let's see here. Number eight, alert your team of any changes coming. So if you're changing a business model or if you're planning to do a little change for the upcoming season, talk to your staff. Tell them about your new strategy. Maybe it's a new product or service. Maybe a change in the structure of the company. Provide training. And then, of course, for them, it's important for them how to answer clients' questions on any of the changes. Number nine, revise your business plan. Update the numbers. Update strategy. It's always good to have a business plan just in case you need to get an SBA loan. Maybe not so much when you're 5 years into it or 10 years into it, but when you're newer and you're starting, it's always good to have a business plan still. Number 10, look back at the year. Celebrate successes with your team. Learn from what happened during the year. Is there something that you could have done better? Something that you can change? Enjoy the success and learn from the mistakes. And then lastly, meet with your network. Revisit to ensure that you are still both in the same page. You guys still working well together? Is there something that you can adjust or change? Maybe do a little bit of strategic planning for both of you and to be able to maximize your relationship. Reaffirm goals and plans. So there you go. Just a little bit of some tips for end of the year. We'll do another one next week for the new year as it approaches. But now let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, let's talk to our guest for tonight and discuss the importance of partnership and having a network. We'll be right back.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.
Welcome back. All right, I've got two special guests for tonight, two good friends. The first one is Teresa Del Rosario. She's a loan officer for Fairway. And our next guest is Ruby Fajota from eXp Realty. Welcome to the show, both of you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Sonny.
Of course.
For the invite.
It's
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. So let's start by telling the audience what you do. Ruby, let's start with you. Tell us about yourself. How long have you been a realtor, and tell us about eXp.
Yes, I have been a real estate agent for over 20 years. I started when I was 32, so don't do your math. 31, 32. So, so I moved here from Hawaii. Well, I was born in the Philippines,
Okay.
and then at a young age, I moved to Hawaii. And there was just nothing going on in Hawaii. Hawaii is so expensive. I couldn't afford anything. So we decided to move to Las Vegas.
Ninth Island.
Ninth Island, exactly.
Yes.
Aloha. And and we loved it. I mean, everything here at that time, it was 1995 when I moved here, everything just seemed so much affordable compared to Hawaii. I mean, at that time,
Definitely.
the first house that I bought, I was 23, and it was 127,550.
Wow.
And interest rate at that time was 7.25. So,
Okay.
and that was amazing. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Teresa, tell us about
Hi.
Fairway. Tell us about
Well,
you.
First of all, thank you, Sonny, for the invite again. I appreciate you. So my name is Teresa, and I am with Fairway Mortgage. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I came to the U.S. at 1985 in California, and then
Like most of us, huh?
yes, 1990 we moved to Las Vegas, and I've been here ever since.
Wow.
So I've been here over 30 years. I started mortgage in 2006, so about 16 some years.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for me for mortgage, right?
All right.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, you know what? We're always excited when there's a realtor in the house because, of course, it's an exciting topic. So let's start with that.
Yes.
Ruby, how is the market for retail homes right now? Has it slowed down, or is it still or actually tell me, is it a buyer's or seller's market?
Yeah, so I mean, compared to a few months ago, it is considered to be a buyer's market nowadays.
Okay.
Just because of there's just so much inventory on the market.
Really? Wow, okay.
Yes, currently there's about 9,500 properties on the market.
Okay.
And that consists of, single family home, the townhouses and the condos. And that's only here in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas and Henderson.
Okay.
I'm not even counting Boulder City, the neighboring cities like Boulder City, Pahrump, and Mesquite. So definitely it makes it a buyer's market just because of so much inventory compared to maybe 6 months ago where it was a seller's market. There
Yeah,
was only
yeah.
about 1,500 properties listed on the market, and we have, 5 times that of buyers. And, that's why we saw so many, multiple offer situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, people are offering like even up to 10% higher than the list price,
Okay.
So yeah, definitely to answer that question, it is a buyer's market.
Buyer's market. Nice. Okay. Hey, anybody listening? Hey, maybe it's time to buy now.
Let's
Teresa,
go.
talk to us about mortgages right now. So how does the interest rates really affect the market?
Well, I think first of all, it's not just independent on the interest rate. It's also you have to consider today typically November, December, January, February, it's the slower seasons,
Okay,
right?
okay.
With the holiday. So it's not so much, oh my gosh, it's super slow today. It is a little bit slower than norm, but it's still, obviously, like I said, it's just November to February is a bit slower. In reference to the interest rate, yes, interest rate again is a bit higher. And like Ruby was saying, 4-6 months ago, the reason why obviously it was a seller's market because the interest rate was really good. Like last year during the pandemic,
Yeah.
it was a fluke. It was like 3% interest rate.
Yeah.
So that's not really a normal rate, in my opinion, right? So so that's when we have the multiple offers above, right? But now I think we're in the process of adjusting the rate. So
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe sometime next year it will adjust, and I think the norm would be in a fives. So
Gotcha.
that's our, I guess some of the experts are saying at least. So
Thank you. Hey, Ruby, I know we're still the fastest growing city, right?
Absolutely.
What's the population right now in Clark County, and are we still getting a lot of people moving here?
So many people are moving to Las Vegas,
Okay.
and the main source of the population coming here is California.
Of course.
And then second, of course, is Hawaii.
Okay.
That's why we call,
Ninth
Las
Island.
Vegas the ninth island. But a lot of people are moving here to Las Vegas coming from California is because of the taxes. I mean, I don't know what their scenario is, but that's their main reason why they're moving to Las Vegas. And of course, affordability. I mean, for, the $400,000 home here in Las Vegas, you can buy it. I mean, you would buy that in California for like $800,000,
Sure.
right? It's like half price here in Vegas. But yeah, so currently we do have about 2.3 million in population here in Clark County alone, and that has been increasing like 1.5%, 2% year over year. So definitely, Las Vegas is just the place to move to.
Yeah. Hey, what's the difference, or is there any advantage of buying a new home versus a resale?
Yes, so there is a huge difference. I mean, but both of them, either resale sellers or the new home builders, they are giving so many incentives currently, right? They're really enticing the buyers to go to their home, to their door. So, but if, for example, resale, a lot of people would choose resale because of maybe a specific school that they want their children to attend.
Sure.
Maybe it's the closer proximity to the strip or their workplace.
Okay.
But new homes, people would go to new homes just because of, they want to say that I want to be the first person to own it. I want to make sure that nobody died in that house, know.
Yeah.
So but the thing is with the new homes, now you're looking at the outer skirt of Las Vegas City.
Okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
so like for example in North Las Vegas,
Yeah.
closer to 215 would be your better location if you want a brand new home. And of course in Henderson, you would go to Cadence or Inspirada area.
Yeah.
And here on the southwest, people would move to Mountains Edge area or even Southern Highlands, behind Southern Highlands.
Sure.
There's a lot of new builds there. So, I mean, it just really depends on what the buyer is looking for. But either way, I mean, it is a buyer's market. You can definitely get great deals
Yeah.
on whichever you want to go, which
Now,
route you
that
want to
I
take.
can relate to, because when we first moved here to Las Vegas, I actually bought a house in Aliante. So I lived in North Las Vegas. And it was fine in the first few years. But when my kids started going to college, and of course I started working in the other side of town, man, that drive was long. So we ended up moving to Desert Shores, which is a little bit more central location. Teresa, same question with you. There's a lot of independent mortgage companies like Fairway, right? And then there's the traditional bank, of course, that you go to. Is there a difference?
yes, there is. Typically, we are considered retail in
Okay.
reference to mortgage lending. We do direct lending. Now, banking institution, they a bit structured differently, guideline wise. They do have overlays. Obviously, they lend their own money,
Yeah.
right? So they're a bit conservative. So
Okay.
if you have an excellent score, you may or may not be able to take advantage, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's the service. So that's what we sell. And we do have a lot of non-conforming products, so we can broker out. So
Okay.
we do HELOC as well, HELOAN, and a lot of unique products for different buyers or borrowers.
Borrowers,
So
okay.
that is our advantage.
Very good.
So,
Thank
yes,
you.
Yes.
All right, I've talked in the show a lot about building relationships and having a network, and I truly believe that that's important. You know, I've been to networking events where there's so many people, but you can hardly talk to anybody. You cannot even hear each other.
Yes.
Sometimes I prefer a smaller networking group, and then you meet one or just two people, and then you can really build a meaningful relationship. So let me start with this, Teresa. What are some of the things that you do as a loan officer that can really be of value to a realtor, for example, to set yourself apart?
So yes, I do a lot of marketing with realtors. So we do co-branding. We set up lunch and learns. So we sponsor realtor events.
Okay.
So we can share our knowledge, our expertise, and just networking, meeting new people. So we offer, like I said, and I know that's every lender, they all have all the perks that they offer.
Yeah.
But I think it's important is the relationship, right? So there's plenty of realtors, so we can all have our own different niche, right? So at the end of the day, we have relationships with our own fellow loan officers and obviously realtors and title reps. So yeah,
And
it's
even
super
bankers.
important. And bankers, yes.
No, I
And
just say that because
organizations,
I used to refer to
organizations.
Teresa all the time.
Yes. I love that here in Las Vegas, or I don't know anywhere else.
Yeah.
But we're so unique in a sense of our organizations, Filipino communities, we're all support each other.
Yeah.
We go to events, even like in general, realtor events. We all see the same loan officers,
Yeah.
but yet we're so close. We're all friends. So as realtors,
Good.
they can have two different loan officers, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So it's just
Good.
that's
Ruby, how about
business,
you?
yes.
What are some of the things that you look for from a loan officer that makes your job easier?
The knowledge and their expertise. That's
Okay.
what I go after. I know that there's so many loan officers, just like what Teresa said,
Mm-hmm.
but you really want to talk to them. I mean, without realizing it, we're actually interviewing them, when we meet with them, because we want to know how are they going to stand out and
Okay.
how are they going to take care of the clients, right? And they can they really bring the transaction all the way to the closing table. With Teresa, I mean, that is many, many years of experience, 16 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot of golden nuggets that we can get from her just by speaking with her. It's not like, I mean, I hate to say this, but we should not, I don't want to discount the new loan officers
yeah.
because I'm sure they have something to bring to the table too.
course.
But expertise and knowledge are what I'm going after. I don't really care too much of their personality. It's their knowledge.
Knowledge, okay.
Is what I am after. It's not like before, like 2005, I met a police officer who was also a loan officer.
Oh, no kidding. That's different.
Because
Okay.
everybody was just, yes, I went to a 7-Eleven
Yes.
and the cashier gave me their business card. They are also doing a financial advisor,
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, so definitely I want somebody who is doing this full time.
Gotcha.
Somebody who is aware of the current rules and regulations, who knows the trend on the market. So again, someone who I would trust with their knowledge and expertise and can bring the transaction all the way to the closing table.
No, I got that completely. I think all three of us know that if we refer somebody, we want to make sure that we're referring it to somebody who knows what they're doing,
Yes,
because it's also our name that's attached to that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's great, awesome. So, how long does it? This question is for both of you, so just answer if you want. How long does it normally take for you to develop that relationship, or really, hey, okay, you know what? I like this person. This is gonna be a good. This is gonna be a good connection.
Well, for me, I don't know if another people agrees, because I have learned that not everybody obviously agrees to my take on. I'm the loyal person. I value loyalty,
Okay.
and that sometimes can make or break, right? Because some people would say there's no loyalty is just what they can do today for you.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. So I just think at times people do make mistakes, and that's okay. They learn from the mistakes, and you're there. You should still support, because it's very important. Relationship is a lot of work. And for me, and I'm okay, right?
Yeah.
I'm very blessed. So if they decide to go elsewhere, and that's okay with me, right?
Yeah.
I have people that comes to me that I help. So it's not like, and there's plenty out there, right? So, but yeah, I am big in loyalty. And I hate to say, I think other people are saying I'm crazy, but hey, we're all crazy.
No, you're not. How about you, Ruby?
We're all crazy.
What is it? How long does it normally take for you to develop that relationship? I know you like the knowledge.
Yes, I mean, oh gosh, again, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I've met so many different loan officers. I mean, we'll just talk about the mortgage industry, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
I mean, right away, I can tell.
You can sense.
I can sense right away
Okay.
if this person is someone I can trust my clients to.
Okay. Very
Yes.
good. Wow, over 20 years as a realtor. Tell me, is it still a good time to become a realtor?
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, if it's something you really want to do, anytime's a great time to go after what it is you want to do in life. I
Okay.
mean, that's anything.
Oh, you know
in
what they
life.
say? There's a ton of realtors already. Do we need another one? You've been successful. You've been in this business for over
But we all
20
started
years.
from nothing, you know.
Okay.
And when 20 years ago, the reason why I joined that company that I chose back then is because of their mentorship program.
Okay.
So if you're brand new and you don't know what to do, always go for a company that offers mentorship program.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I like
so
that. Yeah, of course.
I
I always
agree.
believe in that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there on, you can move on and start learning your own, shadow that mentor, of course, learn a lot from that person, and you will be confident over time.
Okay. Very good. All right. Best advice for people that are wanting to build relationships or networking. Let's start with Teresa. What would your best advice to them be?
Well, I think the most important is presence, right?
Okay.
So that's where the networking comes in, not wine or food or drinks. Although it helps sometimes when you have a good networking where there's wine and drinks. No. But yeah, so it's mostly for presence and meeting new people. Believe it or not, sometimes you just meet the right person at the right time. So I always believe presence. So you wanna be successful, you have to go out there.
Yeah.
I mean that's how you build relationships. You meet people, and that person might not be the one, or you don't connect.
Yeah.
That's okay. You move on to the next one, and then you find somebody. I have realtors that I've been realtor with forever. I have
Yeah.
realtors that since I've been a realtor, still by realtor, right? But then I meet hundreds of realtors, but maybe one or two that I connect with. Maybe 5%.
Oh, sounds like a dating game.
No, like
Swipe left.
connect.
I'm just teasing. How about you, Ruby? What's your best advice? Yeah.
No
My best
dating, no
advice
dating.
in networking, I say be someone of value. See what you can offer to the person. I mean, obviously, when you go to a networking event, they always want to give their business card right away.
Yeah.
And even me, I'm guilty of that. I just want to give my business card and, hey, this is what I do. I want your business, right? But I think the better way to really earn their trust is to offer, hey, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
How can I assist you? You know, and I always say, like, you know, don't talk too much about yourself. Talk about the person in front of you. You know, let them know that, you know, I'm here, I'm listening, what it is that you want, and see if I could be of service to you. And, you know, by doing that, they also trust you, you know, without realizing it. They're starting to trust you. And, you know, in turn, they will give you business over time.
Okay.
Yes.
Good tips.
I
Thank
agree,
you so
I
much.
agree, yes.
Well, unfortunately, it's only a 30-minute show, so we have to wrap up.
Oh.
Any final word from any of you?
No, belated happy Thanksgiving again.
Thank you.
Happy
And thank
holidays.
you. Yes.
Yeah, oh my God, it's coming up.
Christmas is around the corner.
Just a few more sleep and it's
Yes,
Christmas again.
yes.
Well, but I do like your nugget. Okay, if you're looking to buy, this might be a good
Now.
time to buy. Just contact us at the show and we'll connect you to
Yes.
these ladies. So
Yes, thank you. So, yeah.
thank you so much for coming in, both
Thank
of you,
you.
Teresa,
Thank you,
Ruby.
Sonny.
And good evening, everybody. That's our show for tonight. Next week again.
Thank you.